Hello friends and welcome to our YouTube channel Sri Rawatpura Sarkar University. This is Aditi Giri Goswami from Department of Pharmacy. Today we are going to discuss about cell, a basic structural and functional unit of life from human anatomy and physiology. Here in this animation, we will show you what is cell, their types and cell organelles. So, what is cell? As we all know, cell is a basic structural, functional and biological unit of all living organisms. It is the smallest unit of an organism that is classified as living and often called the building bricks of life. In human body, there are about 50 to 100 trillions of cells are present. In our history, firstly, an English scientist Robert Hooke described cell. Later, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus of the cell. And here is the complete 3D structure of the cell in which you can see every part of the cell, and later in further slides we will discuss about all these parts in detail. And now, types of cells. Basically there are two types of cells: eukaryotic cell and prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotes are organisms whose cells have a nucleus enclosed within membranes. Most living things are eukaryotes, made up of cells with distinct nuclei and chromosomes that contains their DNA. Eukaryotic cells include protozoa, fungi, plants and animals. And what is prokaryotic cells? Prokaryotes means a microscopic single-celled organism which has neither a distinct nucleus with a membrane nor other specialized organelles, including the bacteria and cyanobacteria. Now, what are the major parts of cells include? They include cell membrane, cytoplasm and nucleus. Now, cell membrane. This is the outermost covering of the cell that separates the contents of the cells from its external environment. Plasma membrane is a living thing, delicate, elastic, selective, permeable membrane made up of proteins and lipids and is present in both plants and animals. Cell membrane regulates the entry and exit of the molecules and ions from the cell and plays a vital role in cell eating, which is called phagocytosis, and cell drinking, which is called pinocytosis. It is also involved in the secretion of hormones, enzymes and other molecules outside the cells, as well as several processes of immune system. And here is the phospholipid bilayer arrangement of cell membrane. Cell adhesion molecule (CAMs). Cell adhesion molecules are a subset of cell adhesion proteins located on the cell surface, involved in binding with other cells or with the extracellular matrix in the process called cell adhesion. In essence, cell adhesion molecules help to cell sticks to each other and to their surroundings. Now, cytoplasm. In cell biology, the cytoplasm is all of the material within a cell enclosed by the cell membrane except for the cell nucleus. The basic constituents of the cytoplasm are water, ions, proteins, lipids and carbohydrates. Water principles fluid medium of the cell. The most important ion of the cell are potassium, magnesium, phosphate, sulfate, bicarbonates and small quantities of sodium, chloride and calcium. After water, the most abundant substance in most of the cells are proteins. Especially important lipids are phospholipids and cholesterol. Carbohydrates. They have little structural function in the cell except as a part of glycoprotein molecules. Cytoplasma is the fluid part content of the cell which occurs between the plasma membrane and the nuclear envelope. Cell organelles of cytoplasm. There are several types of organelles in a cell. The cytosol is the gelatinous fluid that fills the cell and surrounds the organelles. There are several cell organelles present in a cytoplasm like nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplast, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, lysosomes, centrosomes, vacuoles, ribosomes, etc. Now, we are going to study all the organelles of cell. First, we are going to discuss about endoplasmic reticulum. It is an extensive network of membrane-bound tubes and sheets. The membranes that are arranged in the form of tubes are collectively termed smooth endoplasmic reticulum, whereas the membrane arranged into flattened disc-like structure with ribosomes are attached into the surface are collectively called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes, they are dense spherical and granular particles which occur freely in the matrix or remain attached to the surface of the endoplasmic reticulum. Ribosomes are site of protein synthesis and hence are also called protein factories of the cell. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is a huge network of membranous stack called cisterine. The Golgi apparatus is responsible for modifying polypeptide chain synthesized in the endoplasmic reticulum of ribosomes to get the final effective protein molecule. Next, vesicles. Vesicle. It is a small structure within a cell consisting of fluid and closed by a lipid bilayer. Vesicles form naturally during the processes of secretion, exocytosis and uptake, phagocytosis, and transport of material within the cytoplasm. The next one is mitochondria. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. It is composed of two lipid bilayer protein membranes, the inner and outer membranes. The most prominent role of mitochondria are to produce the energy currency of the cell, ATP, that is phosphorylation of ADP through respiration and to regulate cellular metabolism. The central set of reactions involved in ATP production are collectively known as the citric acid cycle and the Krebs cycles. Now, lysosomes. They serve as intracellular digestive system that allows the cell to digest damaged cellular substances and unwanted matter such as bacteria. Lysosomes also play a vital role in processes central to protection against pathogens as well as in cell membrane repair, fertilization and self-destruction. What is peroxisomes? Organelles that contains enzymes to carry out their functions. Peroxisomes are the site for breakdown or else oxidation of fatty acids to hydrogen peroxide, which is then decomposed by catalase. And what are centrosomes? Centrosomes are structures found inside the cell. They are made up from two centrioles. Centrioles are microtubules ring. The main purpose of a centrosome is to organize microtubules and provide structure for the cell, as well as work to pull chromatids apart during cell division. Here in this picture, you are seeing the structures of lysosomes, peroxisomes and centrosome. Now, we are discussing about some of minor organelles and cell components. The first one is Cilia. Cilia are motile cellular appendages found in most microorganisms and animals, but not in higher plants. In multicellular organisms, cilia functions to move a cell or group of cells or to help transport fluid or material past them. Next, and microtubules. Microtubules are polymers of tubulin that form a part of the cytoskeleton and provide structure and shape to eukaryotic cells. Microtubules have a major structural role in eukaryotic cilia and flagella. Dynamic microtubules regulate the levels of key G proteins which regulate cell contractility and cell spreading. Now, the most important part of a cell, nucleus. It is the important organelle as it contains the genetic material of the cell enclosed inside two concentric phospholipid bilayer, collectively called nuclear envelope. Inside the nuclear envelope is present chromatin and nucleus. The nucleus is often referred brain of the cell as it controls all the activities that are carried on within the cell. It is carried the information code in the form of DNA and hence it is also known as information storage organelle. Thank you. This is all about cell.